but they're the Warriors now. All right, Chris, I am going to put you on spotlight and you have the floor or the screen, if you will.
Sounds good. Thank you. I will present this one. All right. Thank you, Sarah, for setting this up. I love talking about Western. It's my job, but also I'm a Western alumni. A little bit about myself. My nickname is Topher. If you want to call me Topher, I go by that as well. I'm from Kalamazoo, born and raised. Fell in love with the city. Fell in love with our college. Um, I went to school for psychology and sociology for my undergraduate degree, as well as I am studying right now clinical mental health counseling. So getting my LPC. I know a lot of counselors have their LPCs as well. So I know when I visit high schools, I like to chat them up about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm new to the Macomb location. This is my first year doing it. So this last fall was my first year traveling. If I didn't go to your school, please let me know. I'd love to visit any school, talk to any students, and let them know about the great stuff about Western. Can you see my screen right now? Okay. Do I need to, is it the full screen?
No, it's not.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Let me do this. Uh, Oops, it is not. Let me share the, all right. I've never shared off the screen before. Okay, here we go. All right, this should be
Yep.
good now. All right. Right now I'm going to present our welcome presentation. This is the one that we give to families if they come to campus. So if you've came to campus for one of our tours, you've seen this before. I'm definitely going to make this counselor ready. So you guys will have a lot of information shared to you that I don't just give to families, a little bit more insider information. I'd first like to talk about our colleges we have at Western. So we have 9 different colleges. They start off with College of Arts and Sciences. So this is our humanities, social sciences, and sciences. We have our College of Health and Human Services. So this is anything in the medical field. What I really like to talk about with students is our rehabilitation sciences. So if anyone's interested in physical therapy, occupational therapy, we have a great route for them. They can also do their occupational therapy grad program here at Western Michigan. And our program is pretty cool where once you finish that program, you become a doctorate. So it's not just a master's, you get all the way through it. We have our College of Aviation, which we're highly known for. We're second in the nation when it comes to aviation flight science, as well as seventh in the world. We have aviation operations and management, which is everything behind the scenes when it comes to airplanes, like the airports, kind of getting all that stuff together. And then aviation tech ops, which is mechanics for airplanes. Then we have the College of Fine Arts, everything artsy. We also have dance, and we do all type of dances, all three, jazz, ballet, and I forgot the other one, but we do all three of them. So a lot of dance majors love our school because we hit everything they want to have. We have our Hayworth College of Business. Our business program is really good at Western. We start taking classes your first year, your freshman year, as well as there's no additional application once you're in the business program, or once you're in the school, you're in the business program as well. We get you set up with a good internship and get you fully involved with the business world. Then we have our Merce Tate College. If you're not sure what you want to do, it's our university studies category. We have a lot of career exploration tied in with this, so students can come in, find out what they're passionate about, what their skills are, and find a career that's right for them. Then we have our College of Education Human Development. We're a big teacher school, so we like to have that around, as well as we have great dietitians, fashion, and exercise science in here as well. Lee Honors College is our National Honor Society. So our Honor Society, they have their own separate building. They get their own academic advisors, their own meetings, and all that cool stuff. They have our College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. We have a bunch. Something I like to highlight is we have paper engineering. So on our engineering campus, a little bit off campus, we have a paper mill that students get to use, as well as we have um, aerospace engineering, where it's only 3 other universities in the state of Michigan with aerospace engineering. So I'll slide through here. So the community here at Western, we have around 17,000 students at our school, middle of the line when it comes to Michigan universities. We're not the biggest and we're not the smallest, and we fit right in the middle. So I like the example of Goldilocks' bed. It's not too small, not too big. It's just the perfect size. We play right into the big school and little school feel though. So when it comes to big school opportunities, it's the jobs you're gonna be able to get after you graduate, the type of internships, the level that our faculty and staff members are at, and just the overall feel of the campus. When it comes to small school experiences, this is the relationships you're going to be able to build with your staff and faculty members. Especially if you want to further your education, you're going to need a letter of recommendations from faculty. It's good to know people that are well known in the community, that have gone through these roles before. So we try to keep them close by. I tell students when you're on campus, going to class and everything like that, you'll see a ton of people you've never seen before, plenty of opportunities to make new friends, make those connections that last a lifetime. But you also see a lot of familiar faces, especially in our classroom, when more than 79% of our classes have less than 30 students in it. So you might have a couple of lecture halls your first year for your general education classes. They won't ever exceed more than 100, 120 students in it. We have tons of resources for students in these classrooms. We have teaching assistants and learning assistants. These are people that already passed a class the year before. We hire them in to sit and make sure to help out any students if they want to talk to a student rather than faculty. But faculty have mandatory office hours, so they get those resources available to them as well. 97% of Broncos and instructors have made them excited about learning. We'll talk a lot about different opportunities that students can get engaged with on campus to, fill out their resume, talk about stuff in interviews, because we understand that learning doesn't always just happen in the classroom. A lot of students like to do hands-on activities to learn and all that good stuff. Studying doesn't always happen in the classroom. We have 80 plus study abroad programs in over 30 countries. So I didn't take advantage of this for a couple of reasons. I didn't want to live in an apartment complex that I wasn't going to be living at and paying for it. I didn't want to pay for it because it's usually pretty expensive, and I didn't want to leave the friends I just made. So we'd have different durations. They do one over spring break, winter break, a couple weeks in the summertime, so you can really see how long you want to take it. We have tons of scholarship opportunities as well. Students can really capitalize on this as well. So we have some student highlights. This is Emily. Emily is a nursing major here with a direct admit to nursing. She came on a bunch of scholarships and she did 2 study abroad programs, one in Mexico and one in Europe. So she's able to work in hospitals over in these countries and get tons of experience. She was also part of a lot of multicultural clubs and sororities, so she was very engaged on campus. Mental health is something really important here at Western. Our Scenic Youth Health Center, which is located in the middle of campus, our 3rd floor is dedicated to mental health. We have counselors, therapists, tons of resources students can use so that they can get the help that they need. Maybe you have conflicts with your roommate or just, test anxiety, all that stuff, it's all covered. Also, I love Synecues. I always get super sick around November time. You can usually head in there, make an appointment for that day, see a medical professional. We have a pharmacy in there, so you can just get your medicine and leave. We're number 3 in the nation for new safety initiatives, so I'll make sure that campus is as safe as possible. My little fun fact is that when during the fall and spring semester, we have 6 patrol cars, cops that are campus cops, rotating around campus 24/7, 365 all day, every day. During the summertime, it drops down to 4 just because a lot of students tend to move home for the summertime. And then that police station is right next to our track. So it's on campus, right next to our football field, our track, and all that areas. Some recent campus construction. So I know we've had some Go Broncos in the chat. If you're alumni, you haven't been on campus in a while, it looks a lot different. We got a brand new student center, which I'm in right now. It's that building in the top left. A lot of cool stuff, cool dining center upstairs, a lot of conference room study areas on the main floor. And then the basement has a lot of cool restaurants. There's a lot of meeting rooms where students can meet with other students, bookstores down there. We have a game room with some pool tables, VR headsets, like Xboxes, PlayStations that students get to hang out in. On our top right, if you were on campus, there was a big road that kind of went in the middle of campus. We tore that up and made more walkways So campus is more walkable. Got a lot of cool new green spaces, so students can go have picnics, kind of just chill outside and stuff like that. Dunbar Hall, the bottom left building, is an older building that got a $50 million renovation to it. So it's a very eco-friendly now. A lot of cool things in there. My favorite part is at the very top, you can see some window panes. Sometimes you can see some dance classes going on because that's a dance studio. And it's just always cool to see students doing what they're passionate about. The bottom right is our new residence halls that's being open in the fall of 2026. So we'll house about 1,000 students in it. Right now, it's just a first year student only residence halls. So a lot of students are pretty pumped that they get to be the first ones that live in there. It took over Valley 3 if you're familiar with Western. And then there's 3 valleys. Every year, we're going to try to build a new one. So we have great things coming in the future. We have unique living learning communities. So depending on your major or your interests, you can live with people that have similar majors or interests as you. Henry Hall on campus is our aviation building. So a lot of aviation flight science, management, and tech ops will live there. Same people in your classroom you'll see on a day-to-day basis. You have them in the hallway. Maybe you struggled on a test and you see one of your classmates. You can just kind of tap them on the shoulder. Hey, did you struggle on that test? Because I did, and make a study group and stuff like that. So we want students seeing the same faces every day, making those connections. We have 4,000 students events per year. We have fraternities and sororities, both academically and socially, and we have over 400 RSOs. These are our registered student organizations, or formerly known as clubs. So has anyone seen Pitch Perfect here in the scene where they have all the tables around the campus? We have one of those at Western. It's called Bronco Bash. We had over 400 tables this year, the biggest in school history. So our social settings at the highest it's ever been at. We have tons of cool clubs such as folk music, a group of students who play folk music. We have one that they knit blankets for the Children's Hospital. We have a skydiving club. We have a geology club where they collect rocks, and they even took a trip to Ireland a couple years ago to collect some rocks from Ireland. I played club hockey at Western, so there's also athletic ones as well. Met a bunch of friends, kept active, and all that good stuff. We have 16 Division I varsity sports teams. So hopefully you guys heard about our hockey team winning a national tournament this year. Super cool stuff to see. Our women's dance team for jazz also won a national championship. Our football team won the Mid-American Conference this year, as well as a bowl game. And a lot of our other sports are just having winning seasons. So really cool to watch other Broncos succeed. All the student tickets are free for students. All you have to do is just put your information in. You get a QR code online. The best one, in my opinion, is the hockey team. We have the best hockey student section in the nation. And there's a bit of a wait, so you might have to wait an hour or two in line to get a good spot, but it's totally worth it. We're minutes from nature in downtown Kalamazoo. So downtown Kalamazoo is a really cool spot. Tons of good restaurants. For everyone that's a brewery fan, we have Bell's Breweries, founded in Kalamazoo. We have a lot of festivals. We've had rib festivals, chili festival, all that stuff downtown. We have a lot of cool cafes, a lot of cool study spots, farmers markets on the weekends in the summertime if you can wake up early enough for it. Cool pop-up thrift shops come up every once in a while. And yeah, we also have a lot of cool nature areas. Over here on this right side, that's Asylum Lake. It's right next to our engineering campus. A lot of students will take walks there, walk their dog if they have one, their later years, and just a cool spot to get some fresh air. Here's Lake Michigan. It is located less than an hour away from us. Easiest drive it'll take probably 4 or 5 turns. Our lake, if you're familiar with the west side of the state, is South Haven. That's where a lot of our students will go. Me and my bunch of buddies went on the weekends, throw the football around, cool restaurants, a lot of good ice cream spots. So it was always a good time. This is Asa. He was from Farmington, Michigan. He was always driven by the government, and he was a political science major. He did a lot of stuff on campus when it came to civil rights, making sure everyone knew about the history. He also was a part of our WMU MLK Scholar Academy. So a lot with making community for our Black students on campus. He's a part of one of the Divine Nine fraternities on campus, which is a historically Black fraternity, and did tons of stuff. So He also is a part of our capital internship program. So this is a internship program we have for people who are interested in political science as well as law, pre-law. They get to go to Lansing and get that real world experience. We know that interviews are hard enough, resumes are hard to fill out. We want to make sure that students have talking points and that can separate themselves from other students and be the best prepared they are for finding a career. Also, for my murder mystery fans out there, if you're interested in true crime, you listen to murder podcasts, all that stuff, we have a cold case program with Western. Students can apply to join this. It's a semester long, and they work with real police, Michigan State Police, and detectives on solving real cases. So they look at evidence, watch suspect interviews, they sit in the courtrooms for these cases. And since this program has started, we've solved 6 cases and made 7 arrests. For our business students out there, we have Bronco Nest. That's our wine company, 100% ran by students. Students do everything down from designing the label, talking to distributors, talking to wineries, everything business related, students do. Cool thing about this one too is since 2018, we've raised over $50,000 in profits that got turned into scholarships for our business students. So it's cool to see. Big connections, big companies, big careers. The west side of the state has a lot of great resources. As you can see, kind of in the middle, we have Stryker. Stryker is located 15 minutes away from us in Portage, Michigan. If you ever laid in a hospital bed ever, it was probably made by Stryker, billion-dollar corporation. Pfizer, also located in Portage, Michigan, about 15 minutes away. A lot of students, if they're interested in working with pharmaceuticals or if they're in biology, they'll try to get a Pfizer internship. And then we also have Kellogg that's not up here. Kellogg's located in Battle Creek, Michigan, about 40 minutes away. I know food marketing majors and a lot of business students take internships over there. Whirlpool, one of Michigan's biggest employers, is located north of us. And a lot of students work for them as well, and a ton of other options. This is Cameron. Cameron was a mechanical engineer who was really interested in cars. Right here is our Sunseeker. It is one of 3 cars that our students can build and race at the end of the year. So we have a Sunseeker, which is our solar panel one. We have a Grand Prix style one and an off-road one. So he was part of this one. He also did 2 internships with Mercedes-Benz and really wanted to work with cars. He was able to do all this and graduate in 2.5 years and kind of get out of here. So it took me 5 years. Everyone's path's a little different. So at Western, you can really do what you want. 9 out of 10 Broncos are employed quickly in working jobs in fields that they like. I really like to highlight how close-knit our faculty and staff members are here. In my experience and a lot of other my friends' experience, if we ever talked about a career path we wanted to pursue or an interest we had, and we talked to someone about it, if they didn't know much about it, they knew someone who did, and they were willing to make the connection for us. And that was something I really value here. All right. And now time for the fun applications and next steps. So 2 ways to get next step timelines, transfer students and first year students. I know you guys are working for high schools, but in the state of Michigan, community college is free. It's a great resource to have. I tell all the students, transferring is an option. I can get any student in contact with an academic advisor to make sure that they're taking the right classes at whatever institution they're at to have the most credits transferred. So if you meet with a student that has this type of pathway, please send them my way. For transfer students, you want to apply the semester before you want to get enrolled in. So for spring applications, the deadline is January 1st, and for fall, the deadline's August 15th. We have scholarships only available for incoming fall students. So if they do plan out transferring in, have them come in the fall. For first year students after their junior year, coming into their senior year, August 1st is when applications open. You'll jump all the way through December 15th. December 15th is our early action application deadline. A few things with this. We have 2 competitive programs, direct admit to nursing and aviation flight science. These are our 2 competitive programs. They need to go through a couple rounds of review. The deadline for these 2 programs is December 15th to get your application in. Also, the Office of Admissions gives out a merit-based scholarship based on your GPA. It's available to every student that applies before December 15th. They just have to get their application before then. January, February, that's about where we're at right now. Academic college scholarship deadlines are here. So if you have current seniors right now planning going to Western, make sure that they apply for scholarships on Scholarship Universe that I'll talk about in a little bit before February 15th, because that's when the deadline is. Housing orientation signups begin right now. So making sure they get in the right housing, their orientation signups, that's when they meet with academic advisors, get their classes ready and all that good stuff. Financial aid awards should be sent out right now. If they have any questions, they can reach out to me. I can get them in contact with any financial aid people they need, help them read it, understand it, all that good stuff. May 1st is National Decision Day. So this is just an unofficial day. We ask students to let us know if they plan on coming to Western or not, so we can make plan accordingly for them. Then June is when the rolling application deadline is, and this is when our orientation begins. First year application process, we do ours through the Common App, and all we really need is your official high school transcript. A couple things with it. We do a holistic view of our review. So if students maybe struggled their first 2 years, freshman, we understand bad years happen, bad semesters happen. We look at everything. We look at trend. Did they turn it around? What's their essay say about it? Even though essays are optional, it really can paint a picture of how you kind of managed your time in high school. SAT, ACT scores are optional. Anything you add into your application won't be held against you, but only be used to help better your chances. Transfer, same format, except ours through the WMU Gold Gateway app. Just Google WMU transfer application, you'll be able to find it. And we only need your high school transcript, or only need your official transcript. If you have less than 24, you also need your high school one as well. Here's some direct costs. So tuitions and fees for Michigan residents, you're looking around $16,000. Housing and food around $13,000 for a total of around $29,000. Indirect costs. So we want students thinking about other costs that come with the university. Books and supplies around $1,000. Transportation $1,000. I've never spent $1,000 on books. I always try to find the cheapest way to get my books. So there's way out there. We just want to make sure we overestimate when we tell people what to expect. We understand that college is very expensive and an investment for sure. We want to make sure that we are giving you guys the most resources to make it affordable. So with scholarships, you have the auto award one from the Office of Admissions. If you have between a 3.0 and 4.0 GPA, you'll get some money. Departmental, anything you get from the academic college. So these are the scholarships that are closing February 15th. So if you have a student that's interested in business coming to Western, making sure they look at all the business scholarships and applying to those before February 15th. And then anything you get from the state of Michigan in the form of scholarships and grants. FAFSA should be open right now. It opens up around October for next year. And then student employment. We do work study and non-work study. I worked at the recreation center. Every year I was here. It's a great way to make friends. They work around your schedule, understand you're a student first, and you get a little money from it. Here's our first year scholarship. This is our medallion scholarship. It's our most prestigious one. We offer it to 20 students a year. It's basically around a full ride scholarship. The application for this scholarship is through the Common App. So whatever you put in the Common App, that's what we're going to base it off of. So if students are interested in a scholarship, making sure they have letter recommendations, say all the crazy, fun things they're doing for extracurriculars, and making sure they're bragging about themselves. Here's Empowering Future Scholarships for Michigan residents. So we have tuition-free education up to 4 years, and also a housing and food scholarship. This is for first-year students for fall entry that have a household income of less than $50,000, and you also have to have your FAFSA completed by July 1st. Here's some transfer ones. These are based off of GPA and credit hours completed. Here's some other scholarships as well, depending on the GPA and student type. And then Scholarship Universe. So I know a lot of other universities use Scholarship Universe. It is a super helpful tool. So you get access to Scholarship Universe once you get admitted into Western. So right then and there, you can check out all internal and external scholarships from Western. You just have your information in there, and it'll show you everything you match for. This is where all your business scholarships will be if you're a business student, engineering if you're an engineering student, health and human services if you're health and human services. And these are the ones that are going to be closing in February 15th. scholarships come and go, so there'll be more in the summer and the fall, and you have access to this every single year at Western. But it's a great tool to use. Here's some next steps. So paying enrollment deposit, that just makes sure is uh, goes towards your tuition, makes sure we know that you plan on coming to Western, applying for financial aid, registering for orientation, and then submitting on-campus housing contracts. Right now, we're having Future Bronco Days. These are really cool days to attend. The coffee and donuts in the morning, tons of presentations. Our assistant or our director of admissions talks about, um, everything admissions wise. We have study abroad having a presentation, financial aid. All the buildings are open so students can see every building. They can go see the engineering campus if they're in engineering, the health building if they're in health, go drive out to the aviation campus if they're interested in aviation. Treat you lunch in the dining center to see all the residence halls. It's kind of just like a day in the life of a student. Here's some open houses. We have transfer events. And yeah, that's about it for me. I can definitely take some questions.
I've never heard anyone not like Western. Right. So I love the comment in there saying I want to go back to school. So
Yeah.
if does anyone have any questions, you feel free to unmute or throw them in the chat. While you think about those, I will ask. So I often get questions, Christopher, about students' situations have changed since filling out FAFSA or since the 2024 FAFSA window. Do you have any recommendations for those types of circumstances on how students can amend their FAFSA or access aid or those hidden buckets of money that are available to help students?
Yeah, for sure. So, unfortunately, I'm not the person to talk to when it comes to financial aid. You always have, because they don't give me as many the access to see student accounts as financial aid would.
Hmm.
Financial aid is the best people to go to when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let me see if I could. I know there's an email that they don't they don't really mark or broadcast.
Hmm.
But I know, especially during the busy times, it's better to email them than to call. So let me pull this up real quick, and then I can put it in the chat.
Okay.
Other than that, Scholarship Universe is the best tool to use. I know a bunch of other universities use it. My biggest tool is just to make sure that um, applying for scholarships. It's crazy how many students I talk to, they get the merit-based scholarship. That's the one we just give them. And then they're like, I need some more money. And then I ask them if they've seen Scholarship Universe. They're like, I'm not going to get anything. But you got to kind of put yourself out there a little bit. Um, Also, does that I kind of answer it?
Yeah. No, if some of the other universities I've worked with too are just, saying like if it's not a front-facing merit scholarship, like you guys advertise, this GPA or this kind of thing, it doesn't hurt to ask if there's
Yeah.
some extenuating circumstances to encourage your students and their parents to call the school directly. Like you just said, if it doesn't come and smack people on the forehead, sometimes they don't go looking for it, right? And
Yeah.
so just, making sure that students are aware that there's other things that universities are able to do, but it might not be publicly advertised.
Yeah, and our all of our, especially I'm your admissions counselor. If you
Hmm.
have any questions, if students come with me, I have a link that I can meet with them and I can show them my scholarship universe because I'm still in grad school and I can't see theirs, but I can walk them through how mine looks,
Nice.
what's kind of there. I know all of our other admissions counselors do the same thing. They can
Hmm.
come in if they're on campus, talk to us. I am really student facing. I really hate being in front of I'm typing away at the computer. I'd rather just go talk to students, have video FaceTimes with them and all that stuff. So
Great. Awesome. So what are you going to grad school for, did you say?
yeah, I'm doing clinical mental health counseling.
Wonderful. Wow,
So
you are with the right people right now.
I,
That's awesome. Welcome.
yeah, a lot of the counselors I've been meeting with are trying to push me into the educational side, like high school counseling, but
Yeah.
my mind might change.
No, welcome to whatever part of it you want. We need you in both, so for sure.
I appreciate it.
That's great. Counselors in the room or career readiness people, does anyone have any questions for Chris? I don't know that I saw Simran, are you on right now? I didn't see, sometimes people don't identify themselves with their Zoom name and I'm not seeing Grand Valley on here. Um, which is making me nervous, but that just means I'll have to end this session early
I
as
can, I
my
have her
example.
phone number. I could give her a call.
If you wouldn't mind real quick, that'd be great because I want people who are here to be able to get there.
Yeah, just give me one sec. I'll give her a call.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can't seem to find it. It might take me a couple minutes.
No, that's all right. We will just conclude both because by the time she connects and everybody's trying to get home and do all the things. So that's okay. But I'll send her a follow-up email and maybe she'll be my redo from when my guest canceled in December. So all good. So everybody, the password for today is West Side. Since Macomb's East Side and you guys are on the West, so West Side is the password for today's event. Chris, if are you okay with sharing the slide deck with me and I'll email it out to everybody, or is this not public consumption?
I'll have to ask my
Yeah,
people, but
no
um,
problem.
I, if anyone has questions, you have my contact.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
if I
sounds
didn't
good.
visit anyone's school, I'm totally down to. So
Cool. All right. I will make sure that that gets out to everybody, your email address, and then so everybody else in the room, again, it's West Side. Make sure you write that down in your application and email me if you guys need a copy of it. And I'm sure everyone, you were great, Chris. You seem to really enjoy what you do, so we appreciate in having you at Macomb's awesome. So thank you so much.
thank you.
All right, everyone, have a safe travels home. I see some of you listening, commuting, so drive safe, and we will connect soon. Take care.